I mean, December is coming up, and it's not super exciting, but there is enough that I did want to go into like what we're looking forward to most. It's one of those rare situations where, man, it sure would be good to talk about all these great December games. Okay, well, there's like two or three that we could possibly get excited about. But it's awesome. There's good stuff, potentially good stuff, I hope, coming up as the year winds down. But Dan, what do you... No, plot twist. Lewis, what are you looking forward to in December?
The Steam sale.
Yeah, good answer. Far Cry 2 is going to be like $3.
Yeah. There's probably going to be an ARG associated with that, so I guess you can call that a game.
Good. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
So, I mean, Just Cause 3, that's the big thing that I'm looking for. I like open world stuff, exploding crap, so that's my thing.
I really like Just Cause 2. I got to see Just Cause 3 when they revealed it, and really liked what I saw. I'm really interested to see how the new open world systems work with the new traversal systems, and obviously, like those guys are so good at explosions.
Yeah, breaking stuff is just so damn much fun.
Yeah,
I mean, it's especially now that Red Faction isn't really around anymore. Like, Just Cause is kind of the king of blowing stuff up.
Man, you just broke my heart. I just remember the Red Faction.
Your heart is deformable terrain.
Man, Guerrilla was so
fully
good,
destructible heart.
And Armageddon was so not.
Armageddon still had a bunch of let's break stuff guns.
Yeah, it had like some good like I really liked the like weird magnet stuff they had.
Oh yeah,
which was almost like actually really similar to the tether in Just Cause 3, where you're like linking stuff and they react. Like I love that kind of cool physics systems, but Guerrilla, man, like I just
the
had
story
so
was
much
real
fun.
dumb.
It was awful.
Yeah. In Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah.
Guerrilla's not great, but
no, but it was like somewhat lucid that you're like, oh, cool, I'm a terrorist. I got it. I understand. I'm gonna go blow stuff up with my truck full of mines.
It's
and
cool
when
I do it.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I have a cause. Okay,
that is just.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just Cause 3 is an obvious good one. I think I'm leaning a little more toward the Rainbow Six camp, just because.
You're more of a competitive shooter guy.
Yeah, and more of a competitive anything at this point. Like Dota 2 really changed my brain. Like I used to just be all about like single player narrative experience, and now I'm just wired for competition.
Yep. Although I mean, there is a nice little theme going on here for December, which is breaking stuff. Because Rainbow Six Siege, you can break a lot of stuff.
That is very, very true, and I'm excited to do that. I actually am really excited to see how much of the sort of reveal version of Rainbow Six is still in the game, because the beta had a lot less deformation than we saw in the reveal.
Oh, that's disappointing. Like I played at E3 like 2 years ago.
Yeah, when they revealed it or whatever it was.
I got to play it there, and it was everything was working, and I got to blow down some walls. Yeah, so then they've taken some of that.
Yeah,
out.
there's just it's some stuff like you throw a bomb on a wall or whatever, and it like that particular one doesn't break, or this chunk of wall is indestructible for some reason.
Right. I mean, a lot of that is done for level design reasons.
Sure.
In practice, like
once like Metal Gear Rising had to be completely rebooted because the idea was you could cut anything and you could just cut your way through a level to the end without actually playing the game.
Yeah, I mean
that kind of stuff.
That's like I'm a huge fan of just deformable everything in games. Like it always frustrates the hell out of me when I fire a rocket launcher at a wooden door and the smoke clears and it's just like a little scorch mark on it. It's like that for me is like very disempowering. Like games are all about empowerment. It's like I want to go around and break things with these big weapons I have, and when these seemingly insignificant obstacles are just impervious to me, it's like, oh, okay, fine, I'll play by your rules. But the fact is, like, especially for I mean, I was going to say especially for single player, but also this is a multiplayer thing, and it's true of multiplayer as well, where there has to be some kind of flow to these levels. Otherwise, if it's completely freeform and just like Minecraft, you can break everything. Yeah. It's like there's no real level design in play. It's you can just ignore that and break your own stuff, break your own way through things. So I can understand why they would do that, why they would take out some of the deformable terrain stuff and make it so you can't go through this way. You've got to go through over this other way. It makes sense, but it's a little disappointing.
That was a nice little rant. I like that.
I have lots of those.
Yeah, you do. God, where were we? I said Rainbow Six. Who didn't we go to?
No, we covered it. Oh no, I guess we
didn't like explicitly go and Dan, but you kind of piggybacked on Lewis's choice.
I'm a Just Cause guy. Like I said, I'm not really fast enough for the competitive stuff anymore. Yeah. If it's a bunch of old slow guys playing, then I'm totally on board.
That's what Battle of Jakku is for. We can just go get shot in a desert.
Yeah, it's like if I'm playing with people of a similar skill level, great. But it's real hard these days to get like a big group of people together for one of these games that are all of similar skill level, and even like matchmaking is like
not totally reliable.
Yeah, it's like if I get matched against people who are just like bad and incompetent, rather than just like not very skilled, then it's still no fun. It's still hard to find people that are of an appropriate skill level, even with pretty much the best matchmaking out there. Which is kind of discouraging for multiplayer, especially when like I don't usually roll with a crew. Like I don't, it's like I can play when I can play, right? So I go on and I want to join into a pickup game basically. Yep. And especially now that I've got a kid, I've got to worry about with a multiplayer game. It's like, well, I might have to stop in the middle of this, and that makes me feel bad for abandoning everybody.
Yes.
So.
Oh man, I've been there.
Yeah. So you have
abandoning people out of obligation.
You've been on the other side of it.
Oh yeah, I've been victimized by it. I've had to do it. I've lost internet connection and just left everyone hanging. Sorry, Dota friends.
But yeah, so I mean, Just Cause is more of a personal playground where I can run around and break whatever I want and blow up whatever I want. Based on Just Cause 2, like I never finished the story of Just Cause 2 because why would you? It's really much more about running amok.
Yep.
And that game, Just Cause 2, is really good at letting you just go nuts, especially with the mods. And Just Cause 3 has kind of adopted some of that stuff, like the Bolo mod, which lets you shoot out a bunch of things and tie a bunch of things together. Like there's just so much going on.
I mean, it wouldn't even surprise me at all if like a week after launch it had the multiplayer mod, because that Avalanche wants that. So they're going to, I would imagine they've already like seeded the game to those members of the community, and they've left it wide open for modding, and they've been super open about like, yes, we want mods. Shucks, we don't have multiplayer. Wouldn't it be great if the modding community was so good as it was? Haha.
Yeah, I mean, like that is kind of a like you said, like have a backdoor approach to multiplayer, where I think they probably know that multiplayer isn't necessarily going to work great in that game. But if it's a mod, nobody cares if it doesn't work great because it's like, well, this is a mod. They don't have to support it.
Yep.
They don't have to make that work. Yep. And because with everything breaking, like that's something that's gonna make mods multiplayer real hard to work in a way the way you would expect it to.
Right, and it's more acceptable if Lewis makes the multiplayer mod, we can just play it. And if it breaks, it's like, oh, it's just a mod. Yeah. Like it's not the game.
Yeah, get on that, Lewis.
Get it together.
Let me learn the code first.